Well, good morning everybody. Here we are now. It's Rain Sue's Travel Channel and we're on a beautiful Celebrity Infinity on our 12-night cruise around Morocco and Canary Islands, and today is day 9 and we are in Tangiers in Morocco, up on deck at the moment, and we're going to get off today and we're going to go around, we think, probably on a bus tour to see this the city of Tangiers. So we thought we would give you a nice little panoramic of the port itself. Sun is up, but a little bit cloudy today, but I'm sure later on it will warm up. So have a little look at Tangiers from deck 11 here on Celebrity Infinity, and as I say, we're going to go off and do some exploring of this wonderful city. But we couldn't leave for our bus tour without sharing the beautiful Celebrity Infinity with you. I know I've shared some from the upper decks, but here is the beautiful Infinity in all her glory. She's a lovely ship and has been our home for the last 8 days and will be so for the next 3 days. Tomorrow we're going to be in Spain, so we're going to be checking out Malaga, and we're going to be checking out Barcelona, of course, when we return off our cruise at the end of this itinerary. So come with us today as we go off board and we go into Tangiers for our hop on hop off bus tour and see what Tangiers has to offer. So just outside the port, of course, is the sprawling city of Tangiers, and there are a variety of different attractions to see on these 2 routes that we're going to undertake today. Things seem a little bit more orderly than Casablanca. We were in Casablanca yesterday and it's predominantly a commercial city with not too many places of interest. So we actually just went off for a walk yesterday and then got back on after 1 hour. So I think perhaps that explains what we thought of Casablanca. But here we are now in Tangiers, and it's a bigger city, and of course we're going off on our bus tour today. So stick with us as we go off and explore Tangiers. And we're just outside the port gates. We took the opportunity to walk out, although you can get a transfer bus that will take you into the town. But we're electing today to do the hop on hop off bus tour, and as you can see them, there's a couple parked here. This is the hub for both routes on the tour. There's a red tour which will take you out around the Medina, and the blue tour which will take you around the city. And so here is essentially the main roundabout by the cruise port itself. So you can just walk out, it's about 200 yards, and then here is the desk for the city tour bus company, and they will sell you a ticket, and the price for a ticket on the bus tour, which is an all-day 24-hour pass, is 13 euros. 13 euros. Get the transfer bus from the port into the town centre, and you can also pick up buses from that point as well. But for your information, just outside the port is also the stop number 1, which is the hub for the bus company themselves. So hopefully that is useful information for you when you come to Tangiers and are looking for something of interest to do. So we're just on the city tour now on the hop on hop off bus. As I mentioned earlier, it's about €13 for an all-day ticket, and this is the first route of two. This is the blue route, and it will take you around the city, and it terminates back at the port, and you can jump on the second route, which is the red route, which will take you around the coast. So as we go up over the hill to the high point here in Tangiers, I'm sure we'll get a lovely set of views over the city, and lots of parkland around, which is lovely to see, and sun green. Temperature today, it's December the 5th today, and it's about going to be about 20 degrees today, so in Fahrenheit that's about 70. So bear that in mind. If you're coming here, you might need some warmer clothes if you're used to a warmer climate. And again, a mix of different building styles and designs, which is nice to see. Obviously, Casablanca influenced by a lot of different countries throughout the centuries. Many European cities, countries invaded Morocco, and also the Moors and a variety of others. And we're going around a more quieter area of the city, and typically more residential than industrial or commercial. And a nice example of building design with somewhat of a Moorish or Baroque influence. And some nice little residential areas here at the top of the hill. And some lovely parkland here as well, which is always nice to see, and a lovely building in the park itself. Perhaps some sort of military remembrance facility. And as we descend back down into the town now, again we can see some quite pleasant areas, a bit of flora and fauna mixed in with the built environment, which is always nice to see, and great for this city. So again, as we move on now, we are in more of a commercial part of the city. Local stores and restaurants and cafes. Still some refurbishment work going on, but that's always a good thing to see. They're actually looking after the built environment as well. And another nice little square in the middle of the city. And again, a nice built environment near the university. And again, another example of a nice well laid out, clean central square area with grass and hotels in and around. That's really lovely to see. And again, a really pleasant built environment. And some local cafes and restaurants here in the city. And again, an impressive use of green space, obviously a river that runs through the city as well. And yes, there's some traffic, but you'd expect traffic in a city of this size. And always nice to see a commitment to keeping the open green spaces in good order, and some nice hotels and a nice Hilton hotel here in the city. And the next stop, the Royal Tulip Hotel, and the Ibis. Okay, so as we continue our way around on the city tour, on the hop on hop off bus tour, we're now down onto the coast, and a very nice, very pleasant looking boardwalk around the port area. And as you can see further out, the lovely Celebrity Infinity in the port, and all in all a very nice wide open space. Again, and as we take a quick scan through the rest of the city, your favourite chicken shop and a few nice cafes and bars. Of course, it's December now, so the season is probably quite slow here in Morocco. Most people are back at home now, outside of the main spring, summer, autumn seasons. So there aren't too many people around, but nevertheless, it's still a pleasant place to come and to experience firsthand. So this is stop number 11 now, so just on the local beach, close to the marina, and we'll be getting over to the end of this particular route shortly, whereupon we will jump onto the red route and go around that other route in the north of the city. Okay, and so here we are, stop number 12. This is the marina, a lovely pleasant little area with a few little tall ships and a few yachts and smaller boats and craft, and overall quite a pleasant built environment close to the beach. And here we are now, getting back into the port area, or at least the entrance to the port, and we'll change buses now and get onto the red route and see where that route takes us. Stay tuned. Okay, so here we are now, back at the cruise port, and we're now on the red route. So we've changed buses and we're now on the red route, and that should take us around a different part of the city. Stay tuned. And some Really nice building design here at the entrance to the port. People walking off and having a look around the individual streets. So, a little bit of the coastline there, broken up, bit of a break in the surf due to the rocks. And a nice part of the cliffside with residences. Nice little beach area here in the small little bay.
How many years they don't advise them for the rough seas.
We're continuing around the coast now. A few beaches, a few inlets, and some lovely parkland, and a lovely piece of the country set aside for residential and some nice houses on the hillsides. So again, outside the city, we are ascending quite a large hill, and we get some great views from the top of the city in a little while. And again, some nice houses here up on top of the hill in perhaps a better quality residential area. Some nice design features of the houses and some fantastic views, which I'm sure will come up shortly. And again, as we get to the top of the hills, really lovely looking residences and some fantastic views across the sea. How lovely is that? Alright, and so here we are now. It looks like some form of palace or some presidential residence, which is great to see. Lots of security outside, so it must have been an important building, built into some wonderful grounds. And again, some nice residences here at the top. Okay, so here we are. This is stop number 7 on the red tour, and this is an urban forest. This is a park called Hercules. A great opportunity for you to have a little walk around there, see some of the natural environment, and buy a nice, lovely looking cafe, the Mirage. Lovely, yeah. And we're on our way now to the Grotto of Hercules. So we're up in the high point of the peninsula now, the northern part of Tangiers, and of course telecommunication masts here at the top of the hill, and lots of flora and fauna, and a wonderful natural environment. So is So this is Cape Spartel. This is the lighthouse, which we'll see shortly, and one of the higher points on the outer peninsula. And here is the lighthouse itself, and the area, pedestrianised area to walk in. Isn't it nice? And another communications area here on the rugged coastline. And looks like it's guarded by the military. And here a wonderful view across the coastline. How lovely is that? And of course, in every spot you can get yourself a few souvenirs, and I'm sure a few taxi drivers that will be willing to take you back to the port from here, and no doubt a popular stop on one of the tours, and lovely rock formations and areas that go down to the sea. Lovely rock formations and way to get down to the sea from here. So we'll have a lovely view of the coastline as we make our way back down towards the port area on this second route on the city tour today. This is the red route, and a lovely view out over the beach area here on the northwestern coast. Isn't that lovely? And some more wonderful views down the coast, and the surf, and a wide expanse of beach. Not many on there. It's no doubt out of season at the moment. Even the locals are not on the beach, but still very pleasant to see. And if you'd like a ride on the camel, then you can get one here. And some of our tourist friends from the cruise ship are contemplating a camel ride. And let's see if the local sellers are successful. And the rugged part to the coastline, some caves in a little estuary here. Okay, and so this is the Grotto of Hercules, one of the spots on the bus tour route, and essentially looking at a lot of the caves and the rugged coastline structure here on the coast. And of course it's December now, so low season I think as far as Morocco is concerned, but still some lovely flora and fauna out in flower, and some of the tourist attractions still open. And again, as we go down through the residential areas now, you can see some quite quaint and pretty and well laid out residences. Of a standard that you really wouldn't expect to see in Morocco, but nevertheless, a lovely viewpoint and a great perspective on this lovely country. Okay, so on the bus route itself, there are a variety of different shops stops as we've shown you, but this area in particular is the HoHo Mall, and we are now just on the alfresco area in the food court. I just thought I would share that with you, and we're having a coffee and a nice view across the rest of the peninsula. Okay, so welcome back everybody, and here we are now. We're back at the cruise port. We've been on the hop on hop off bus tour today. Really quite impressive. It was 13 euros, and it took us on 2 routes around Tangiers, and we have to say that we're quite impressed with Tangiers. It's night and day different to Casablanca, which was yesterday, which we didn't even bother to film given the lack of places of interest. So if you're on the Morocco and Canaries cruise, hopefully you will be quite pleased with Tangiers, and we certainly are. And we would recommend the hop on hop off bus tour because it's well worth it. It's good value. It represents good value, and we've seen a lot more of Tangiers today than we would anticipate, and for 13 euros you can't go wrong. So we hope that's been useful for you. We hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for investing your time in our channel and our videos, and if this is the sort of content that you like, then take a look on the channel, because there is lots more on there, nearly 300 videos, and it's our pleasure to be able to bring this type of content to you. So as we go back into the port, and against the backdrop of this wonderful mosque and the call to prayer, we are going to return into the port area itself. So stay tuned with us. But Tangiers, Morocco, hop on hop off bus tour was very, very good, well worth it. And the tip, of course, is that when you're at the port, you don't need to get the shuttle bus to stop number 2 to pick up the hop on hop off bus. You can just walk outside the port entrance, and there is stop number 1, and it's the hub for both of the circuits on the bus tour itself. So we hope that's been useful. Okay, and when you are returning back into the port, you pass this lovely mosque on the right hand side, and you go through these gates and the guys will check your passport and let you through. Okay, and so as we walk into the port, you can see there are a variety of vendors with different items to sell, leather goods and ceramics and clothing, etc. And that's against the background of the ticket office over here, and here comes one of the shuttle buses that's taken passengers off downtown, and we'll go in now and we'll just take a walk past these vendors through the gates and about 300 or 400 yards back to the cruise ship. And so as we return back to the ship now, you can see that our friends are down below in the centre of the shot with a nice refreshing drink and a nice cool towel, and we can get back on board via the gangway, and we're going to get back on board now. So we hope you've enjoyed today's tour of Tangiers. It's been a pleasure to bring it to you, and thank you for investing your time in our cruise content on our channel. And if this is the sort of content that you like, then could we ask you now please to consider liking and subscribing to Ray and Sue's travel channel. It's completely free, it is without payment, everything is free on our channel. There's about 300 videos, ship tours, port tours, tips and advice from Royal Caribbean and celebrity cruises around the world. So if that is the sort of content that you like, then perhaps you'll find something on our channel which is informative and useful and is value laden. So today has been our trip into Tangiers, and we thank you for investing your time in the content. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we hope that has given you a few ideas in terms of what to do when in Tangiers. It's a beautiful city. We're really pleased that we went out today to look at it. And so this has been Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. This has been Tangiers in Morocco. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on the next Tips for Travellers tour video. Bye bye. So we hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more, then check out our channel, Ray and Sue's Travel Channel, where you'll find a multitude of different videos covering ship tours, port tours, and offering up tips and advice. You'll also find individual playlists where you can centre in on a specific ship or a specific itinerary. And consider liking and subscribing to Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. It's free, and there's not a lot free these days, is there? Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.